Hello and welcome to the Irish Aesthete. Previously, I was talking to Alexander Durdin Robertson about the history of Huntington Castle here in County Wexford and how the building came to be constructed for the Esmond family. And Alexander, you have quite a complex family tree, but if you ever get confused at dinner, you have the advantage of turning to a window.
You can look to your quick look over here, and there's a little kind of handy, quite a simplified family tree.
Yeah.
It's really got to the head of the family and his or her husband and wife. Got the Esmonds up there, who were, as I was mentioning, they built the castle. And what happens to the Esmonds, you've got lots of Esmonds up at the top. And then in this generation here, they had three girls, Helen, Lucy and Isabella, no boys. So Helen here marries a chap called Richard Durdin, who the Durdins were, again, a Norman family but from Middleton in County Cork. Now, it's quite interesting because his father, who's Alexander Durdin, was not best pleased that his son had married a Catholic. Controversial. So off they were banished off to the New World, to America, where he had inherited through his third wife some estates, because she had married the grandson of William Penn, who was also William Penn.
Exactly.
And so there were lots of Penn estates over in Pennsylvania. And they were dispatched to the colonies, you see, and they founded a town called Huntington, Pennsylvania.
Which still exists.
Which still exists. So that's a little, an American link there. At that stage, of course, then the name has changed from Esmond to Durdin.
Right.
And then so you see lots of Esmonds, then Durdins. And the Durdins continue down until 1849. And actually, it's funny enough, subsequently, in that generation, these guys also had three daughters, no sons, eldest called Helen, and she married a chap called Herbert Robertson. So at that stage,
hence that's your surname.
Durdin Robertson is now.
Exactly.
Another little name that you might see here is Barbara, daughter of Warham St. Ledger. And the St. Ledgers are a well-known family in not only horse racing, if you've ever lost some money on the St. Ledger,
exactly.
But they were well-known with, of course, with Doneraile Court. And in a moment,
you've got a portrait, haven't you?
We do. In a moment, we'll go over and we'll have a look at that portrait. But here underneath is quite interesting little child's high chair, and this belonged but to a cousin of the family, and he was called Edward King, and Edward was quite a talented writer and academic, and he was in Cambridge with Milton, and they were sort of friends, but also I imagine vaguely competitive in their frenemies. But tragically, young Edward was drowned when his ship sank off the coast of Wales in the Irish Sea, and as was the style, he was eulogised by his friends, and one of them was Milton, and he wrote Lycidas, and this is Lycidas's high chair as a baby. So rather sad tale, but nonetheless a very nice little piece of early Irish oak furniture.
Wonderful for you to have it.
With its little, where the child's feet have worn away, and you've got little holes here where you can put a rod or a cord through to stop the child falling forwards. So yeah, there we go. Now,
okay, let's look at Barbara.
So, Robert, here is Barbara St. Ledger, and the St. Ledger's, of course, of Doneraile, and the St. Ledger stakes. Now, Barbara's slightly eclipsed in the general knowledge of famous St. Ledger females by her cousin Anne, who was the first female Freemason, and is buried in St. Finbarr's Cathedral in Cork with a large tombstone recording this extreme feat.
Yeah.
Apparently she was very proud as well. I used to lead the Freemasons parade with a sword.
I believe so.
City.
Yeah, and there are portraits of her with her Freemasonry insignia.
Yes. So that was their sort of, and they were, I mean, the St. Ledgers have been in Ireland for a long time. That's her ancestor, Sir William St. Ledger, who was Lord Deputy or President of Munster, who actually took part, interestingly, in the Flight of the Earls in 1607, and went off to France and then Brussels with sort of the Tyrconnells and all that sort of. So it's quite interesting that he came back. Slightly controversial figure, so we'll gloss over him.
We move swiftly back to Barbara,
who was so Barbara was, she was a great matriarch. She had 14 children.
No fear of the line running out.
No, exactly. She produced lots of healthy children, and she is supposed to be one of our ghosts, and she came up from Cork with her lady's maid, a girl called Honor Byrne, and both Barbara and Honor are supposed to be spectres that haunt the Oak Passage corridor here.
Have you ever come across them?
I have to say there are lots of interesting noises, footsteps, and so you never know what you could find. And actually, it's quite interesting because there's quite a lot of there's an interesting line of quite strong female ancestors going back to people like Elisha Flaherty, who was a granddaughter of Grace O'Malley, who married one of the first Lord Esmonds.
Mm-hmm.
There was Barbara. There was Nora Parsons, who came from Burr, who was a sort of great shot, and she shot the crocodile that was in the entrance hall when she was 17 in India. She invented salmon flies and was a very celebrated salmon fisherwoman. And her daughter, of course, was Olivia, who you will remember. Olivia died at age 97 in 2013. And Olivia, I suppose, really fascinating from a sort of, she would have grown up meeting people like Yeats and Maud Gonne and A.E. here at the castle. And I think we should pay a little visit down to the temple to
I think we need to see Olivia's haunt, so to speak. Thank you so much for watching the Irish Aesthete. And as Alexander just mentioned, in the next episode, we're going to be visiting Olivia's temple in the basement of the house. I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much for watching the Irish Aesthete. Goodbye.